This is Martin, owner and trainer of Fuller Fitness, and this is a video showing you how to stretch for those who might not know how. So hopefully you can see this strap. So this is for those who have it or might want to get it. Alright, and I have it hooked to my home gym power rack that I have. And this is if you have it. And possibly interested in getting it. And the goal for this is to show you how to stretch when you're doing certain things as far as upper body. So for me, I did chest, well, I did chest, back, and abs. But as far as the stretches, I did chest and back. All right. So then, if you have this or anything like it, depending on where you are, I'm in my living room. So if you're in a basement or whatever, hopefully you got enough room to actually do this stuff. So I like to do a tricep, not necessarily together, but different exercises. So I don't know if I should necessarily call it a tricep. And then whenever you are stretching, you should try to stretch for at least 30 seconds so you can actually have the time to feel it and get what you're supposed to get out of it. And then if you want to stretch a little bit longer than 40 seconds, that's okay too. So depending on how long. So again, the first one is you just making a T. Let me see. So it should be a T, a Y, and an I when you do the stretches, and hopefully 30 seconds each. And then depending on how much intensity, I think should be the good word to use, depending on how much intensity you can handle, will dictate where you put your feet. So that's another awesome thing about this compared to using the wall or a door or some of the stuff that people use. So with stuff like this, if you have it, even on the door, the wall, again, whatever you're using, but again, with this stuff like this, the Jungle Gym XT, which is what I'm using, you have more range of motion, which is what all my programs are about. So I got two separate straps compared to if you use TRX and some whatever other one that you use, to where I have a better range of motion, which is stuff that I have always cared about, even before I became a trainer and knew what the heck I was doing. So again, the first one is to make a T. The second one would be to make an I, and a Y, and the third one would be make an I. So hopefully you can see it with the angle that I'm using. Depending on where you put your feet, you're going to feel it a certain amount. So if you have your feet further back that way and you lean forward, that's using a lot of your weight. If your shoulders can actually handle that, and regardless of how strong you are, that's probably not a good idea unless you are less than 150 pounds, in my opinion. So, with me weighing 254, I'm not going down there. I'm going to stay up here, lean forward, and you see how my arms are behind me? So you get that stretch. And then if it's too intense, either move your feet up. So move up. So you're not at an angle compared to me. My feet are back, so I'm at an angle. And then if it's too intense, either move your feet up or step forward with one of your feet, to make it less intense. So for me, I have my feet together. You can't see that, but I have my feet together, and I'm leaning forward. My feet together. I'm leaning forward. Using my home gym, it supported my 54 pounds just fine. All right. So depending on what you're using for this, and again for 30 seconds. No reason to do a lot of moving around. relax as best as you can. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Try to relax as best as you can. Enjoy it as best as you can. And that's what that one position is, stretching different parts of your chest, different parts of your shoulders by doing these different movements that I'm doing. So I did a T, so now I'm going to do a Y. All right. So again, for those who might not know what that is, I'm going to do like this. So I did this first, T, a Y, and then the third one will be an I. So I'm going to do a Y. So again, you're just stretching different parts of your chest, different parts of your shoulder. You're stretching your lats quite a bit as well. So, and then to be able to do all this without having to move to different parts of the gym, different parts of your apartment, different parts of your house, different parts of your basement. For those who work out outside, different parts of the playground or wherever it is that you're working out. So to be able to do, an abundance of stuff without having to move all over the place, spending a lot of equipment, needing a lot of space. So again, the next one is an I. Same thing, wherever you decide to put your feet that you can handle the tension. And then don't hold your breath. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Your back shouldn't be arched. Whether you do chest, back, or shoulders. Actually, there's another stretch I'm going to show you, so there's a fourth one. Ooh, all right. So again, if you don't have experience with these stretches just yet, man, because I think I don't know if the one guy that I believe is gonna see this video, my Brody DJ. I don't know if he saw me do any of these, but I believe I definitely told him. Uh, so and for anybody else to do these, and man, again to one, I just did chest and back before doing this video, so I definitely feel it. But even if I didn't do chest and back, and then I'm doing shoulders and arms tomorrow, depending on if or when some of you see this, to be able to do these 4 stretches that I'm showing you, oh my gosh, this is just, even if you didn't do the workout, depending on what kind of lifestyle you have, what kind of job you have, what kind of business you have, how much sleep you might get, and doing these kind of stretches, you won't regret it. As long as you don't try to stretch and use too much tension while doing a stretch, then you will regret it, but it'll be your fault. So, let me see. The third one is doing an I. So the third one is you use your straps and you just go straight up like this. And again, stretching a different part of the chest, different part of the shoulder, stretching your lats a little different, all at the same time. So again, for certain people who have seen my videos or have had me as a trainer at any point over the last 22 years, you've heard me talk about range of motion, method to the madness, doing more with less. So that's what all of this is. And if you're stretching 30 seconds each, that's only roughly 3 minutes of your day with the 4 stretches that I'm showing you. Roughly 3 minutes, if that. Alright, so the fourth and last one is where the focus is on stretching your bicep. I did chest and back. So and then when I do shoulders and arms, I'm gonna do it again. So focus will be on stretching my bicep, but I'm also stretching the chest and shoulder all at the same time. So again, you're doing all this stuff at the same time. And if you're doing this all in the same day like I am right now, and all within the same 3 to 4 minutes, stretching, doing all this 4 minutes of stretching, 3 to 4 minutes of stretching, and feeling so much better than you would if you didn't do it. And depending on what you might use or not. So again, I believe the last I checked out, I'm 254 pounds. And then I'm using my power rack with these straps. I can do my body weight stuff on here too if you haven't seen that in any of my videos over the last 12 or so years. But doing all these stretches without it taking a long period of time, even if you're making a video and talking. So, to make sure, for those who might not know, so again, for those who don't know how to stretch the bicep, and there might be other ways, but this is what I've been doing for, I think, decades now. So, and I'm 38. So the goal is to have your thumb down and lean forward. If you don't have these straps, you can do it against a door or a wall or whatever. But I'm going to use this, thumb down, and do just like I did with the other three, but just hitting a different part. So the focus is on my bicep, but I'm still stretching my shoulder and my chest all at the same time as well. Do more in less time if you can. Why not? Especially for those who have an excuse to why they don't do it and saying they don't have the time, which I believe you do. If you don't know how to fit it in, ask somebody that knows what the heck they're talking about and can actually help you. Even for those that are either cheap or not smart with their money and spending money on other coaches, trainers, or whatever, for those of you that do it. So again, thumb down, pick your stance that you can currently handle, and then you're good to go. Was my last stretch for the video and for today. So I tried to hold that for an additional 10 seconds. So yeah, like I said, depending on how long some of you may have watched my video videos before, I've told you guys many times on videos, the clients that I had in person in the past, compared to all the clients I have online now. I've told you guys don't need a lot of a space. You don't need a lot of equipment. And I know that for certain because at 38, I've spent quite a bit of money on different equipment. And it wasn't based off of popularity. It was just trying to figure, one, the fun that I was having, trying to do certain things, whether I was trying to do stuff faster. Definitely if I was trying to do stuff heavier, having a certain amount of fun, faster, heavier stuff for the clients that I had in person. So since I'm online now, whether it's YouTube or the app that I have to help you guys that way for those who do it. When I do my workouts, it's usually just dumbbells, maybe these straps when I'm doing body weight stuff or pull-ups, dips, and whatever I'm blessed to do and have the energy to do that day or wanted to do, and doing what works for you. stuff that you can do safely, hopefully stuff that's actually fun, and then even if it's not fun, stuff that actually works for you. Again, not necessarily dependent on popularity and whether your friends did it or whatever. So, and the good thing about this is not gender specific. I don't think it's necessarily age specific, but hopefully you watch the young people while they're trying to use that with high hopes certain things don't happen. So again, this is not saying that you have to do it, but if you do it, man, this is something I've been doing for, I think I've been doing this stuff for over 10 years. So obviously, if I didn't think it was a good idea, I wouldn't be showing you. Nothing I do, regardless of how much money I might make from a company or advertising, and I'm not getting paid to tell you guys about that. But even whether I was or not, I would not tell you guys to suggest for you guys to use anything, drink anything, eat anything, use anything, buy anything that I wouldn't actually use. I'm not that selfish. I'm not stupid, and I'm never desperate. So if I, with you guys doing this again, I'm 200. At least last I checked, I was 254 pounds. I figured that was probably like three to 5 weeks ago when I checked. I didn't mean to check. I checked because somebody told me they didn't know how to use a scale, whether I was true or not. And while I was showing them how to use the scale, I just happened to find out I was 254 pounds. So, if you have a power rack, if you have a really strong door, a really strong tree, well, any tree pretty much, but if you have a tree that you can put this on, if you have it, or choose to get it, a pole, a strong pole that you can put it on, or something. So again, that's if you have it. If you get it, there's other things that you can do, but I won't be talking about in this video because the video, as far as this video is concerned, it was to show you stuff like that. So again, that's if you have it and don't know how to use it as well as you should, or if you might get it. What else was I gonna say? If you might get it. And again, as you can see, I was able to do all that without it taking a lot of time. And it would have took less time if I wasn't talking. So again, if you do stuff like this, it should only take anywhere between 3 and 4 minutes. You should be good to go. I used to be against stretching before workouts. So for those who do it before, sometimes I do. Especially if I'm sore enough or just feel like it's a good idea, and you do stuff like this before, especially if you do it hours before. I think it's better to do it hours before. So, hey, excuse you. Hello. That's enough. So this is my mother's dog. He's a bully. So little, but yet he's a bully. Hey, quit it. Okay. So, and then if you get something like that, I don't think it's necessarily expensive in my opinion. The weird thing is, I think these have been the same price for like 20 years. I think these have been the same price for at least 15, 16, 20 years. So again, I don't think it's expensive, especially with all the stuff you can do with it. And I only showed you some of what you can do with it. And if you've seen videos of mine in the past, I showed you other things you can do with it. So if I'm not mistaken, it's been a while since I've checked because I already have it, so I don't have a reason to check. I believe this is still $99 or somewhere really close to it. So hopefully that don't seem expensive to certain people that are watching this video. But even if it does seem expensive, it's worth it because there's so much stuff you can do. And depending on what I end up doing, if you haven't seen past videos, I'll probably do another video. Actually, I think I did some videos last year showing you guys what you can do. Some of the stuff you can do with this. I did shorts with them. So I think I did pull-ups and rows. So again, there's so much stuff you can do with these, and I just showed you at least 4 minutes worth, and the only reason the video is longer because I talk too much. But again, you can do this without it taking up a lot of space, a lot of time. So I just used this little bit of space that I have, especially seeing that I currently don't live by myself and have all this stuff here, including that, all this stuff that's here and in my way currently. So hopefully soon I can get to the point where I can be here by myself. Hopefully you guys can help with that in terms of subscribing, liking, and sharing the video so I can put together better videos for you guys where I got better lighting, because I can move this stuff in a different spot to where the lighting will be better. Hopefully the videos are better. But since I live with someone at this time, and hopefully he leaves as soon as possible, but since I currently live with someone, again, hopefully you guys can help with that by supporting the channel, liking it, sharing it, subscribing, so that I can do a better job at helping you along your journey if you're into strength, wellness, and then I might add some other stuff, but it's specifically with strength, stretching, wellness, and recovery. So again, this is Jungle Gym XT that I have and have been using for decades, almost 20 years. And again, I believe it's $99, and it's been that price for a while. And even if it's more than that, it's worth it because of how much stuff you can do with it. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this video at least a little bit, even though I did a lot of talking. But again, I like to make sure as the owner and trainer of my business that when I tell any of my clients stuff, and a lot of you guys aren't my clients, but still, if you're actually taking it upon yourself to watch this video, especially if you watch the whole video, to make sure there's nothing that I miss when I'm telling you stuff like this, because this is important, and you could a person can actually hurt themselves with this. And technically, it's not my fault, but again, to make sure you know how to use it as best as I can, even by video. So hopefully you enjoyed it. You subscribe so that you know about the next one, whenever the next video might be. I meant to do this before, but something either happened where I got excited and did a different video or a different workout or whatever it was. So here this is finally for certain people, especially my Brody DJ. If you watch this, hopefully you enjoy it and utilize it, even though you're really tall. So this is good whether you're short, tall, or whatever it is that certain people have going on. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully you enjoy that if you have it. And then if you get it, hopefully you enjoy it then. This is Martone, owner and trainer of Fuller Fitness. Take care.